Call to order the City Council meeting for April 18th, 2023. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. A quorum is present for City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
Okay, we'll go to public comment. Any person who wishes to address City Council or the successor agency or the Housing Authority on any item may do so at this time.
Oh, wow. It's a light agenda today, but oh well. I want to stay in the room because I don't like getting kicked out. Unless I'm invited to get kicked out. Never mind, that's a whole nother story. But something happened last week that was very disturbing, and it's a trend. We cannot have women or councilwomen talk to like they're...
Mr. McCoy. Mr. McCoy, I'm about to terminate your time. This is about the agenda. If you have some open comment, you can do so at the end.
That's fair.
All right? Excuse him. Excuse him from the room. Mr. Sergeant Art, excuse him. And Mr. McCoy, if you do this one more time, you're going to be banned from the council. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
So moved.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Here.
No. Oh, yes.
We need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Oh.
What are we doing?
Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Council members, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority members Gray.
There you go. Yes.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Consent calendar item 2 through 5.
So moved.
Second.
I'd like to pull an item on the consent calendar, please.
Which item is that?
I think it's 5. 5, please.
Items 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I move those items.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Item 5.
Thank you, Mayor.
Well, she has to read the item first.
Okay.
Item 5.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve a second amendment to agreement number 21-147 with the IRORO Group, extending the term to December 31st, 2024.
Okay, Councilwoman Gray.
Thank you, Mayor. I know this is an agreement that has already been done, and this is amendment, I believe, to the agreement, but could you just give me a brief summary of what this is, the scope of the work? Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Mayor Butts and members of the City Council, this particular agreement is an extension for the Arroyo Group for the terms of their services. This is actually the second extension that we've done, and we're extending this to December 31st, 2024, principally because number one, we're still waiting on the state to approve our housing element. As you know, on March 21st, 2023, the council approved the housing element. And just in terms of background, the housing element is one of the 9 elements that are required by the state. There's the land use element, the circulation element, the conservation element, the open space element, the noise element, the safety element, environmental justice, which was recently added, and air quality, and then housing. As far as housing, it's part of the city's general plan, which is a guiding document, policy document for the city as required by the state. The housing element has reviewed every 8 years. It's updated every 8 years. So our cycle for this particular 5th cycle is 2021 through 2029. And just so you again, understand the scope of what the Arroyo Group was looking at in consultation with the city and city staff, particularly the planning Division, which is in the department that I oversee. We look primarily at the issues of housing affordability. There are the regional housing needs allocation, which is set by the state for income levels, and specifically looking at where potential sites are for housing, different housing types. Now, those include anything from single family to accessory dwelling units, which is the new phenomenon that we see in the land use categories, multiple family condominiums, mixed use development like what we have at Astra as well. And it guides the housing types over the next 8 years in terms of production. So we had a number that was given to us. We were able to not only satisfy that number, but actually exceed it, principally because we did our TOD developments for our TOZ zones, transit-oriented development zones that allowed for upzoning for residential, and that allowed us to be able to meet our RENA numbers. Many cities struggled with that. We did not. We've done an exceptional job with that. And then finally, there was a number of outreaches that were done that dealt with social media, video, all of the social media platforms. So they're still continuing to do that work. We just want to make sure we don't have to come back to you anymore. And we anticipate that the state is going to approve our housing element within the next 60 to 90 days. And that once that's done, we'll codify the final versions of it, and that will conclude our efforts for the housing element for this cycle.
So you don't anticipate any additional extensions?
Not
Yes.
beyond December 2024.
Okay.
We really have a problem if we get past that.
Mayor,
Councilman
I
Padilla.
I just want to thank you for the document you gave me, and I will read it, the draft housing element, and thank you for your
And
comments.
and I also talked to my staff to make sure you have access to all of the documents and you'll be receiving those
Thank you very
this
much.
week.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla.
just clarification, as you mentioned, we don't want to come back. And so this is set for December 2024, but in reality, we're hoping to have all this done by April of 2024. But
Correct.
this is just in case there's any unforeseen delays.
Correct, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor, I'll make the motion for approval.
Second,
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray,
Aye.
Padilla,
aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
A1.
Workers' compensation claim of Jose Fernandez. Discussion was held and given to
So moved.
there's a
Well,
request for a motion on the matter?
But just to be clear, it wasn't claimed for Jose Fernandez. It was
Oh, I'm sorry, did I pronounce it?
was explained by Jose Fernandez. Is that correct?
It is a workers' compensation claim
Yes.
of Jose Fernandez,
Okay.
correct.
All right. Madam City Clerk, do we have a first and a second?
I'll second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye, A2.
Thank you, Mayor. There's no other reports from the city attorney's office.
Thank you. CC1.
Thank you, Mayor. There are no orders. CC1?
No, CC1. I'm tricking you. CC1.
Thank you, Mayor. So this past weekend, the city clerk attended the blood drive. It was a really nice event. And then this month is also Autism Acceptance Month. So we just want to pinpoint that and highlight that as well.
Thank you.
And that concludes our remarks.
Thank you. CM1.
Thank you, Mayor. No oral reports from the City Manager's Office.
There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment. Any persons wishing to address the City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time.
Hello, City Council. Welcome, Ms. Gray, and congratulations on your win. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on this board. I hope that you will be a voice that speaks on behalf of the people and that actually advocates for what the community wants. Also, I wanted to address this council. First of all, I'll start by saying, we get it. We know that you're not a part of the Inglewood Unified School District. I know that you are a completely different entity. However, right now, the Inglewood Unified School District needs the support of this board. The county is currently closing down a lot of our schools. They've already closed down Warren Lane Elementary. They've just made the decision to close Worthington Elementary this December. And then they have a plan to close many more. So, Mayor Butts, I saw you make a comment about Mayor Bass's leadership in regards to helping the school district in Los Angeles. You said something disparaging about her. However, it's not about exactly
you're at
what she
time,
did.
ma'am.
It's about the fact that
We're gonna have
she
to
stood
mute
up.
you. Ma'am, your time is up, ma'am. Ma'am, your time is up. Ma'am, your time is up. Are there any other public comments?
Good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Lupi, the Director of Public Relations for the International We Love You Foundation, Southwestern Region. First and foremost, I do want to thank Mayor Butts as well as Council Members Padilla and Falk for their attendance and support at our blood drive this past Sunday. And thank you to the rest of the City Council for your hospitality this afternoon. The International We Love You Foundation's Mega Blood Drive was a historic event as it was the single largest blood drive in the history of LA County, during which 1,135 donations of blood were collected from our donors who came from all over California and even as far as Arizona and Nevada to join our life-saving effort. Our partners at Cedars-Sinai and Livestream have confirmed that the blood will be used to save over 3,400 lives in our local hospitals and medical centers all throughout LA County, including here in the city of Inglewood. Blood donations have decreased all across the country, which makes our donations this past Sunday all the more valuable. So thank you all, Mayor Butts and City Council members, for your attendance and support. And we love you.
Thank you, sir. We love you too.
That's wonderful.
Okay, with that, we'll check the library lecture hall. No comments over there. We'll go to mayor and council remarks. Councilwoman Gray, District 1.
Thank you, Mayor. I do have some announcements, and thank you all for being here today. I do have an assistant, and her name is Alicia Smith. She has worked here before, so I wanted to make sure that the community is aware that she will be working with me as my assistant. The ICOP Center, I'm hoping to have that open in coordination with the police department. It's a very important place in the community, and so I'm looking forward to that particular facility opening very soon with staffing. Some of the meetings that I hope to have there has to do with the businesses that are affected in my district as it relates to the Inglewood Transit program corridor. And so I plan to have a meeting there with those businesses that are impacted with the in regard to the ITC. Some of the other meetings I hope to start out with once a month having meetings there. It's kind of like a second place to meet with the councilwoman during the month. So I plan to have one day out of the month for the community to meet with me there. I will announce those hours as soon as it's open. I also want to re-engage with the block clubs in my district. And so I hope to have block club meetings there and certainly with the captains. Another announcement is that on April 29th, there will be a community swearing in of the councilwoman for the first district. LA Mayor Karen Bass has confirmed to swear me in. It's open to the community, and so I look forward to anyone who would like to attend. I also want to thank Aisha Thomas. She swore me in as city clerk recently, and she had just lost her dad, so I want to publicly thank her for that because she came that day to still do the swearing in, so I want to acknowledge her and thank her. I also plan to have a town hall meeting in the month of May next month. I've not suggested a date yet, but you will hear more about that. I think the young lady who mentioned about the school district issue, that is an issue that I've heard in my district that is very important. I know the school board and the city council are separate entities, but I do think that for me as the council person, I do want to engage with the community in terms of trying to resolve that issue. So that is one of the things that I will be talking to my constituents about. Thank you to the young man who talked about the blood drive. Sorry I was not there. I'm just a new council person, but I certainly do understand how important blood drives are. I am a former healthcare administrator, so I do understand that and hope to participate again. So again, thank you everyone for being here and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Great, thank you, Mayor. So, a couple of things I want to touch on. So last Thursday, the mayor and I had an opportunity, last Thursday night, to attend the Rotary Club's 100-year anniversary. It was here for our City of Inglewood Rotary Club. I want to thank their president, Carlos Zarita, and the district governor, Olivia Patterson Ryans, for recognizing me and giving me an award for the things that we do here in the City of Inglewood. So I want to thank the Rotary Club for that acknowledgement. They also presented Mr. Dan Weiss from Weiss Tires with an award as well. And it was a really well-attended event, and congratulations to our Inglewood Rotary Club on their 100-year celebration. Saturday in the afternoon, I had an opportunity to attend the Glass Slipper Foundation event. And quite frankly, the Glass Slipper Foundation is founded by Cinder Eller, who works here for the City of Inglewood for the police department. And what they do with the Glass Slipper Foundation is they present our young men and women clothes so they can wear it to their prom. And so Senator Bradford and I had a chance to get there that afternoon and celebrate with the young men and women as they were picking out their clothes. It was exciting to see the guys trying to pick out what suit they want to wear and the tie and trying to match it. And you know, Mr. Senator Bradford, Mr. GQ, he's always good at setting these kids up. So he did an outstanding job. And again, the excitement in the girls as they were looking for not only their dresses, but they also had a chance to get jewelry, purses, their shoes. I mean, just hats off to Cinder Eller, to her foundation, the Glass Slipper Foundation. If you get a chance to be a part of it next year, I strongly encourage folks to come out. Throughout the year, you know, we have suits, shirts, women have their dresses, their slippers, their shoes. Hold on to them, give them to Cinder so we can use them for our young men and women so they can wear them to their prom. So thank you, Cinder, for what you're doing. And then Sunday morning, the mayor and I, and I know Dion was there, and Aisha Thompson with her son Quentin was there. You know, bright and early at the We Love You Foundation's blood drive. It was held at SoFi Stadium at the YouTube Theater. When we were walking in, we thought, like, is there a football game going on? I mean, just everybody was cheering, having fun. The excitement was in the air. I said, I've never seen so many folks excited about donating blood. And their target was to get 1,000 donations, and it looks like by the report today, they exceeded that number, and I know we're still trying to confirm stuff, but you hit 1,135. So congratulations to the We Love You Foundation. Thank you for coming to Inglewood to do that. You could have picked many other cities, but you chose Inglewood. So thank you for doing that. Just to clarify, every pint of blood helps 3 adults. Every pint of blood helps 5 children. That's how important this is. So think about that. And if you're in a position to donate blood, please do so. Mayor, oh, no, I'm sorry, one more thing. The end of the month. So we're doing taxes. People are going to shred their, get their paperwork out. So come to my shredding event on Saturday, April 29th from 9 till noon. Bring your boxes of stuff you want to get shredded. You'll be able to put them right in the truck and watch it get shredded so you don't have to worry about identity theft. Mayor, if you could please close. I had 2 of our District 2 residents that recently passed away that cancer is just, too much. But I had the chance to attend the services for District 2 resident Curtis Rogers, who passed away recently, and my thoughts and condolences to his family and to his wife, Mary. And then yesterday I found out another resident in District 2, longtime friend, Donna Allison, passed away as well. So my condolences to the family, to Hank, her husband, the gentle giant, as we call him in the community. So thoughts and prayers to Hank and the family, and, may their souls rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Falk, District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I want to remind everyone of the Women Rock Empowerment Summit. It is coming up on May 6th, Saturday from 9 to 2. We want to encourage all of our community residents, especially the women. We want to inspire and encourage our women in the community and provide them lots of information. We're going to have great workshops and great speakers. We have signed on for our morning keynote, our newest assembly member, Tina McKinner, who will be doing the morning keynote. But before that, we have all these wonderful councilmen and our mayor that are scheduled to come and bring welcome. Now, our newest council member, Ms. Gray, can stay, but the men, they got to skedaddle after a while. No offense, we love you, but so it'll be a great it'll be a great event, and we encourage everybody to come out and support the event. And then for the afternoon keynote, we have a special guest speaker for our keynote. It'll be Mignon Vaughn from the hit show Sisters, the Tyler Perry Show. So please get your tickets right now. Also, I want to remind our District 4 residents that we are hosting a soccer camp, and it's at Center Park. And I want to encourage you all to go to our website, get signed up. It's for all of our little babies in District 4. So please, there's a QR code right there. Should be easy to scan and move through the registration process. So please get them signed up. Also, we attended on Saturday the unveiling of the basketball courts at Edward Vincent Park. I think we have some great pictures there. The mayor was there, and Councilman Padilla, and a lot of our staff was there to support the event. Big shout out to our director of Parks and Recs, Sabrina Barnes. She put together another wonderful event. There's Jim Hill, the famous extraordinaire. And that's the court. It's beautiful, you guys. So if you haven't had a chance to see it, I encourage you to go to Edward Vincent Park and check it out. It is absolutely lovely. Big shout out to our partner, PepsiCo, for helping to sponsor that court. It is lovely. Also, just wanted to also give a shout out to Cinder Eller. I also attended her Glass Slipper Foundation. This was her third annual one, and it was a wonderful event. Like Councilman Padilla said, lots of young ladies there that were able to pick out beautiful dresses like the one you just saw, that might not have otherwise have the opportunity to go and buy a beautiful dress to go to the prom. So I really love the mission of this event. And I think that it's very important for all of us to get behind these type of events and support our kids that are in need. Also, of course, We Love You Foundation. They're in the house today. Big shout out to them. Thank you all so much for having, like Councilman Padilla said, having your wonderful event in our district, in District 4 in our city of Inglewood. It was a wonderful event and very informative. And I love the mission that you all are providing. And, anytime you guys want to come to Inglewood, we are here to host you. Such a wonderful mission. So congratulations to you on 1,135 donations. And I actually tried to donate, me and my deputy, Malcolm, tried to donate, but my iron was low, so I couldn't donate, and I was so sad about that. So anyway, congratulations. And then lastly, I want to recognize one of my District 4 residents. Her name is Lenny Smith. She actually passed away, but she would have been 103, and I have a lovely plaque that I presented to her family in her honor. And just wanted to, again, recognize that wonderful lady that would have been 103 in District 4. So thank you. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Morales,
Thank you.
District 3.
I'll keep it brief. I know we've covered a lot. First, thank you, the group, for coming out. It's a big deal. And to have young folks just to kind of be part of this session and everything else, I think is great. One of my younger sons, 16, just became a blood donor, and that was a big deal for him. He feels pretty cool about that. So it starts young. So thank you for being here. Want to give a shout out to Bill Thompson and his crew over at parking, as well as Louis Atwill, who's been helping me with the rotation of the drop off at Oak Street School. I mention it because it was just a really big deal for the neighborhood, and from what I gather, things are going great. The PTA is about to take over, and it all started with our folks going out there. We met, and you guys kind of working out the rotation over there of how it drops off. So they're really happy. Do want us to mention Dan Wise, who Alex mentioned from the Rotary Club. I'll tell you, he for many years was the proud owner of the oldest business in Inglewood, who his father started it in 1923. And he enjoys telling that story. So him retiring and selling his business was a big deal. It was a big deal, and it's nice to know he's being honored. Thank you to Pepsi, who we started that conversation a while back in regards to them doing something. I believe they are into their recycling efforts, and from what I understand, they're not done with doing what they're going to do here in Inglewood. So thank you for the court. And then ultimately, Mayor, I'd like to close in honor of a young man named Ryan Times. His father is a fireman who does work here in the city of Inglewood, or has in the past. His name is Brent Times. And my sons grew up playing Little League with him. He is 18 years old and was in an accident with a train while out of town, and he passed away. It's truly sad when someone so young, full of life, leaves us. So I just want to close in his honor and let him, his friends, and his family know that, everybody values everyone's life, and our condolences to his family. Thank you.
I really want to thank Pepsi-Cola for spending $150,000 on our redoing the court at Edward Vincent Park. We are fortunate in the city that we have so many partners. HBO has done a basketball court. Nike's done a basketball court at Derby. The Clippers are doing all the basketball courts that are left. We have Showtime. It's opened up production studios in the north end of the city, and they are going to be partners. The Dodgers are doing 5 baseball diamonds in our parks. We've really made real what partnership means in the people who've come to the city. I really want to thank the We Love You Foundation for picking the most magnificent arena in the world to hopefully have their record set for the number of donations. And as Councilman Padilla said, 1 pint of blood can save 3 adult lives and 5 lives of children. I want to thank the city clerk for coming, and her son Quentin. He made all the pictures so much better. And I don't know what else they have queued up. Oh, we want to thank Cinderella for Glass Slipper Foundation. I got there after Councilman Padilla. It was a full day. And Eloy went after me, which is amazing. Oh, he's fibbing. Okay, oh yeah. And then we had it's not FIFA, but CONCACAF. They came and they gave us another trophy for the trophy room, but they basically had a clinic for children. And again, it's the bigger game preceding the FIFA World Cup, and the bigger game is children. And it was a wonderful day. Councilwoman Falk was there as well, and I'm sure we'll find a picture for her sooner or later. All right, and let's see. Oh, then the Rotary. I was at the Rotary. I don't know if I have any photos there, but I made a presentation to the guest of honor. And so I think it's at Marna. Oh, that's the top ladies of distinction. They had their awards banquet at the Proud Bird. I was never home on Saturday. Uh, and I was late there because they insisted that I wear a pink tie. So I had to come, no, I had to come back to the office to get a pink tie. I was turned away at the door. These were awards for kids that were going to college and then distinguished members of the organization. They had about 100 people there, no more than 100 people there, and that was at the Proud Bird. And the beautiful thing is, within a year or two, we'll have our own luxury hotels here, and they can have all those events here in the city of Inglewood. So again, to the We Love You, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate that, and thank you for doing your event here in the City of Champions. And then as it relates to the school district, you know, you could talk about the schools all you want, but here's what it's going to take. You're going to have increased enrollment because it's going to get more ADA money. And secondly, I've been working with Assemblywoman Tina McKinner to try and fulfill a concept that I have, that because the city of Inglewood has contributed so greatly to the property tax base of the state, that there should be some stipend allocated to the city to, one, retire the school district's debt of the loan that was taken, because the state can't just forgive it because they sold the loan to the private sector. So it will have to be paid off. And we are trying to see if we can get legislation to retire that debt. Secondly, when the county comes up with a plan, we hope that there will be an extra stipend allocated to our schools to help them play catch up in providing, one, better compensation for our teachers and workers, and two, to provide programs that will attract more children into the schools. Because you can talk all you want about what they should or should not do, but until we secure a funding stream and more students, there's going to be problems. And so to say that the council has not been active is a gross misstatement. We're doing what we can from where we are. And with that, I want to close the meeting in the name of Curtis Rogers, Donna Ellison, and Ryan Times. And with that, we're adjourned.